All right, Scorpio. Well, finally got around to your year 2022 review. I do have it marked up in quarterly sections here, but just keep in mind it could all tie together. This section could happen here, this section could happen here, maybe all of it happens right here. Who knows, okay? It was just for some guidelines here and to get an essential idea. So far, we can see that you're going to have a lot of choices, achievements, maybe vacations in 2022, and we could be receiving new friends coming into our group, and we could also be releasing some friendships that, might have fallen or we've gotten distant from, right? Friends. Also, like, I see the ship at the end, so that's reminding me of the travel here. So maybe you're going to take a ride on a boat this summer, or rent a boat, or go skiing. Lots of being outside, I feel, for you guys, especially in the spring and summertime. So I got an overall energy for the 2022, and we have the Justice card. Be impartial and objective. Stand up for what you believe. Try to see all sides of a situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. But I also feel like justice is coming for those who, may have done you wrong in the past, okay? When you could see the truth in the situation and you did have a position of integrity and you were impartial and objective, then it's going to be justice is on your side. All right, so let's see what our first cards are for January, February, March. See? Foe. And what was I talking about a while ago about releasing some friends? Okay, maybe you're seeing the truth, seeing their true colors shine. Maybe also realizing that they didn't really serve your higher good, and maybe they only reached out whenever it benefited them or they needed something also. Be wary of people too. If you're reading, if there's new people, or like, I'm feeling like if it's friends of your kids or friends of family members or somebody that you're meeting for the first time and you get this sense about them, don't disregard it, okay? And also the Justice card is coming back to mind, seeing all sides of a situation, right? We've got money, so you might want to keep an eye on how you're spending and what you're spending it on, because we've got the Foe card with the money. So you could be, changing your relationship and how you view money, and releasing those old conditioned beliefs around money. Because essentially, growing up, how our parents or our parental figures talked about money is how we in turn view money, right? And honestly, most everybody's idea about having to work for a living and having to work to sustain life and to help feed your family, it's all a scam, in my opinion. We were put on this earth to live, love, and learn. And Mother Earth can provide us with all the essentials, and the universe as well. If we trust that the universe has our back, then indeed the universe will always have our back. Like, looking back on instances, didn't you always something worked out at the last possible moment, right in that perfect timing, right? Spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. So yeah, also you're going to be remembering that you have to reach out and ask for help on that note from them, right? So when we try to manifest potential incomes for a certain way of living that we want to sustain, then we're just going to hand it right over to them, right? Choices. Exactly. We're humans. We have free will. It's all about the choices we make. Reconsider a commitment. You have the right to change your mind. Reconsidering a commitment. So, knowing that I think you're going to be very comfortable in saying no to people, or backtracking and saying, I thought about it for a little while and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to change my mind on this one. And not feeling bad for it, right? Having compassion for those around you. But also for those who just don't seem to know any better. Like, if you meet this person and you get that strange vibe, like, I feel like you're still going to have compassion for them because you're not, you know, that maybe they're just really immature or they didn't have a great life growing up, you know, but it's still okay to be leery of that person, right? Be cautious, protect your energy, maybe protecting your money as well. Service. So this card, whenever I was shuffling it, flipped over and I saw it. So you could be performing services for somebody, looking into other service, like in career and job options too. But I'm being drawn to get a little clarity card on that. So trust is at issue. Use your gut and don't engage in the emotions. And on the other side, it says too much power creates opposition. Don't get caught up in conflict. So that's like going to be doing a service to yourself and your time and your energy, right? Not getting up and caught up in conflict and not engaging in the emotions. What is the manifesting? Following your ideal path. Yeah, worrying about yourself, you know, again, giving it over to the universe and not worrying, letting it, the cards fall as they may, or whatever the saying is. Achievement. Chase your dreams. You may be surprised where they lead you. So again, I think that's coming back to talking about a new idea. Maybe you're wanting to go into the service. Maybe it's army, or maybe you're wanting to do something in the courthouse. Like paralegal comes to mind. What are those one things, excuse me, that are called that work in the courthouse? A paralegal, but there's something else, like a notary clerk or a courthouse clerk is coming to mind as well. Transformation. Yeah, there's a transformation in how you're seeing things, how you're deciding to spend your time and energy. What, you know, you're like, oh, I know that's a wasted source, worrying about something that I cannot change or I have no control over. I've got the emojis. I also heard transformation in health services. So maybe going towards like wanting to be a home health aide or a certified nurse's aide or somewhere in the medical field or working in an assisted living home. And where at the same time you can get paid for it, but then you can provide a service to, maybe it's you like the elderly people. Scholar, yeah, going back to school, higher education. And I'm actually being drawn to get another clarity card on that. So what else is here? Whoa. Room. You might be renting your room out in 2022. Helping those who are in need. And something about people who are in transformation from, okay, you probably caught ear of that horn from that train. We live right next to the train tracks. Like halfway house comes to mind, but like not you visiting a halfway house, but maybe you working in or making or helping in a halfway house. For those who, I think a halfway house is like depicting more towards those who are just getting out of prison, who have been in prison, especially. Okay, I pulled a clarity card and it says, the best way to fight evil is by making progress in the good. Don't lose yourself in love. I don't think that message is for you, Scorpio, but the best way to fight evil is making progress in the good. And so maybe you're seeing, like, I know people would have a stigma against those who had just gotten out of jail or prison, but you are here to do good for people, just like someone who is ever wanting to do help the elderly and assist in them, and help, you know, sick people, period. You're wanting to help those who could be less fortunate than you as well. Teaching comes to mind. Guidance, counseling is also coming to mind. Making room for the good also. Let's see what you're manifesting there. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotion. Yeah. Protective boundaries. And talking about the mental, and look, the best way to fight evil is by progress in making good. So seeing things in a different light, seeing the good in everything and everyone. Retreating. Take a mini retreat, listen to the voice of your soul. So yeah, vacation all the way, not feeling guilty for taking time off to take a vacation. Also maybe needing to pay attention to your dreams, but also like, I feel like this is dreams, like what did you dream of becoming whenever you were a little kid? What are your dreams and aspirations for your future or for yourself? Think big. There are unseen forces ready to support your dreams. Exactly. I was talking earlier about the universe having your back, right? And this says, oh, well-being. Yeah. And knowing that you are responsible for your own well-being, and knowing that thoughts create reality, right? Realizing that if we focus on the bad and the negative, we get the bad and the negative. When we can change that over and be positive and focus on the good, then we get the good. And maybe that's where you're balancing, because I glanced over here at these scales right here, so maybe that's what you're balancing out. And then we've got the swords, like truth of the matter, cutting to the core of the situation. And I'm looking at the assistance over here and the service card. And I was talking about like the halfway house, or those who maybe are coming out of rehab, or, you know, state mandated, whatever, providing assistance and services to those. A reunion of some sorts. Good luck and serendipity, serendipitous events, but I'm going to get a clarity card for the reunion, and actually I'm being drawn to get from this deck I never pull from. A reunion in love. Well, that's interesting. Someone from your past, and oh, now I'm pulling from free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So for those of you who have been working on yourselves, single at the end of 2021 and at the beginning to the middle of 2022, just know that this healing journey that you are on, this transformation that you're going through to help your well-being, this new self-love and self-acceptance that you're having, is bringing forth your soulmate, okay? There's another card here, though. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So being in the present moment, knowing that you cannot change the past from what has happened, and not fearing the future anymore either. A reunion in love, though. And this one says the star, the silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. So serendipitous events, a reunion, and this, it could be somebody from a past life that you feel like you're just meeting for the first time in this life, or this could be somebody who is from your past. I mentioned childhood earlier, so it could be somebody whom, you know, that first grade love, that puppy love or something, you know, or high school or whatever. It could be a reigniting in a current relationship too, for those of you who are in union right now. And it could also just mean a reunion with friends too. friends from the childhood, friends you might have grown up and went to school with, and then, you know, after high school we tend to part ways, some of us from others, right? Call a friend. When you're mirrored with love, you see yourself clearly. There's actually another card that wants to come out with this, so... Boundaries. It's okay to reach out to them, though, too. I mentioned at the beginning something about you might be releasing those who only seem to come around when they need something or take advantage of you, but set boundaries. Protect your precious time and energy under friendship. So be careful with those energy vampires, okay? Especially if they're people who you just seem to really like, they just wear you out just being around them. Like you're not doing any physical activity, but you seem really depleted and even more tired after you're done interacting with them, texting them, hanging out with them. That's where it's protect your precious time and energy. And this right here was talking about protective boundaries as well. I have to show you. Okay. They're like, it's not that important. They believe you, Sarah. Okay. This sense of empowerment over yourself, though. And actually, I'm getting the book meaning on that. Where is the book? There it is. Empowerment. Standing up and being counted. It's time to get your opinion across. Someone could be trying to control you. Participate in an organized firewalk and seize the day. You have so many strengths, and yet you allow others to take away your power. When your words are dismissed, when your actions are mocked, your light fades because you don't stand up to be counted. You may silently say to yourself that everything is fine, that you know the real truth. But the universe requires you to stamp your authority so that you can grow fully into the wise one that you truly are. By working with the element of fire to purge any fears that hold you back, you're more able to step fully into your power, with Salamander, the elemental guardian of fire, as your ally. And it is going to be up to you to essentially free yourself of these bindings, these fears and worries. But I think you're going to do really good, Scorpio. You've got a new, fresh outlook on life, on things around you, on how money should work for you, wanting to be of service to others, helping others, fighting evil, making progress in the good, not discounting your well-being and your dreams. So we're going to see what the surrender results are. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy there. And I think with this card at the beginning, I mentioned being outside a lot in the warmer months, or even now in the cooler months, because it's been unusually warm here in Oklahoma. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Whoa. And I mentioned that earlier about knowing that the universe has your back and whatever you're trying to manifest, right? Surrendering your results to the universe. And surrendering stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Yeah. As you take a nice big breath in, you can hold it for a moment if you feel drawn to do so, and then just kind of release it. And as it's releasing, just be like, I'm releasing all tension and stress in my body. And you will be surprised how it helps, how much it helps. Your personality would get you by. Use it more. So, yeah, being more standing in your own truth and being more yourself, your authentic self. You are loved by all who come in contact with you. Yeah, people are really drawn to you anyways, and you're a really easy person to get along, Scorpio. But you're not going to be run over anymore. You're not going to let people get the better of you. You will suffer a great loss, but will overcome your grief. And this, okay, this could be in the money department. So be careful if you like to gamble or go to the casino, or, you know, just really research if you're deciding to invest your money with somebody or something as well. You are one person who stands by a person who needs you. So you're definitely going to be there helping them. And I mentioned that earlier, like the room and the service to people also. And this could be a family member, a friend, or it could be, you know, complete strangers. Have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see. Always have faith and hope. Always, always, always. Just know that the universe has your back. And if being in that mindset, if we're in that mindset of, oh great, what else could go wrong? Well, the last time I did this shit show happened, you know, so the next time I do it, it's probably going to be another shit show. Well, if we speak like that and we think like that, you're essentially manifesting it to be a fucking shit show, okay? So that's where we're needing to, you know, turn that way of thinking around and always try to stay on the positive, balancing it out. And I think your higher self is going to let you do that. If this isn't resonating now, come back in a few weeks or a few months and watch the reading again if you feel inclined to do so, Scorpio. We get what we give out, okay? It's going to be a good year, 2022, and the time was 22:02. All right, dears, if you haven't already, it is greatly appreciated if you like the video, and also comment if you feel free to do so, and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. It helps me out. It helps my growth, and it also helps me to pop up in other searches when people are searching to stuff similar to this, okay? Love and light.